Hello everyone, this is Resonic the Jug Gamer and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. This is, well, it! This is the final episode for Act 1 for Vin, so after this, back to post-commentary. Not post-commentary, back to, regular commentary. Woo! The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's already noon already. Sleeping late is fine, since this is a Sunday and there are no classes. This is the day of the festival, by the way. Not just a Sunday, though, but the festival as well. From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles on the plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. By the way, there's different dialogue coming up. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. I bet it's gonna be a bunker. Then again, I can have him build a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with "No girls allowed" sign. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath. 100%. Okay, his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it? I said that a bit dolly. You're supposed to ask that before you open the door?
Oh, it's you! Damn, it's early.
It's not really that early.
What is it, man?
Nothing, was just going to ask you what you're going to do today. Half the school is out there already.
Out where? Why?
What?
What? Is today special? Why are they out there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun?
He suddenly looks all alarmed. I thought he would be, since the day.
What day is it, man?
Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff.
What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers.
Snipers no sniping? It's a festival. You know that, right?
Oh, shit. That's today? Damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is gonna be a very bad day. It's good that you told me this, man. This is gonna be a very bad day.
Why?
Oh, man. They're gonna be everywhere. The people outside my window, socializing.
Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill.
It's going to be loud as hell. Damn. And I'm going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything's ruined. This is awful. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go out now. There's nowhere to run. I'm spinning everywhere.
Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. Again, performing him well.
I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn. And I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here, and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know that. I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished.
Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't know, man.
So I guess you're not going to do anything today?
No, I have important business.
The weather is very good, even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though, so there's always a sense. Hey, you should check the festival out.
No.
Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands.
I'm too embarrassed. No, I can't do it. They'll keep me alive out there. I know it.
That has to be a joke. But he said with such a straight face, relatively straight.
What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together.
Well, I joined the art club, so I guess I'll go with them.
You did what?
I joined the art club.
Man, that was a really bad move. Really bad. You don't even know what kind of girls there are in the art club. Troubled, angsty cuties who will tear your heart out and eat it raw. Ah, sure, like that.
Well, I know one Art Club member, and I don't really see Rin suddenly becoming a psychotic murderer. That seems unlikely.
Don't say that. Don't fool yourself. You have no idea what you're dealing with here. Man, they are the worst kind. Worse than Shizune. They drag you in with all this fancy-pantsy shit, and when you least expect it, bam!
Bam what? Genji seems slightly phased at my skepticism, but not any less loony.
It doesn't matter. Tread carefully, man. Tread carefully.
His fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster like he is trying to start a fire. Then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. Genji's so fun, Splice.
I'm going to have to find some place to hide. A safe haven. And then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day.
Have fun with that, man.
I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival.
Okay.
Later, dude.
The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. I don't even understand him. The happy hubbub of the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and step outside. School grounds were transformed into festival grounds over yesterday and this morning. That's pretty impressive, actually. Careful stands line as the main walkways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are still carrying stuff to and fro, but behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they're good to go. Most of the other students have been up early to finish the preparations. A feeling of guilt passes through me, but it soon goes away. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. To be fair, we don't really know much about this place. There are some young families with purjuvated parents still trying to keep up with the over-enthusiastic offspring. A few students of our own accompanied by their parents. And a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason I can imagine. Wait, did we never tell our parents about the festival? The calling burst into life and the principal's squeaky voice announced the opening of the festival over the PA system. We should have invited our parents! Hassel, why didn't you do that? Everyone applauds politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. It's called festival. We didn't really have festivals at my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from. But it's still somewhat exciting. Yeah, festivals are always fun. Who knows what you'll find there. A day off feels sweet after the first week of hard work, despite me lying in the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. To be fair, that's not really resting. I recall even wishing that I could go to math lessons during my stint at the hospital. Can't remember the program for the festival, even though Muto went through it during class just the other day. Pretty sure we'll remember that if we were on Shizune's route. I step off the dorm steps, intended to take a tour around the grounds to see all the stuff the others have set up, but I only make it down to the bottom of the stairs. A few people are studying Rin's mural on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall looking extremely bored and mildly under the weather. You okay, good? Good morning. Hello. How's it going? Nowhere. I'm stuck. What do you mean stuck? I mean I can't walk, stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday. Does it hurt? It's hard to say. Maybe. The strain of working on the mural was greater than she let me know. Thought it was just a bit of tired muscles or something. I mean to ask further, but Rin swiftly moves on to another topic. Teacher's friends came by. Then they headed into town for lunch and asked me to go. It was a good thing my legs hurt so much. You don't like them? But you're stuck sitting there? That's not good. I'll just wait till I can walk again. Should be either sooner or later, if you think about it for a while. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural. He should be. But I wonder if it's finished after all. Oh? I thought yesterday that I had done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details. Maybe. probably. It's hard to decide. Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Various human body parts repeated over and over and are wildly mutating, mostly disfigured variety are the main element. They are rough looking, as if thoughtlessly placed and rudimentary painted, but a great deal of thought and care has gone into each and every one of them. So weird. Does this one have a frog going out of his head? It's a goldfish. What's that? Boobs, clearly. It's nothing. Anyway, the wall is so wide I have to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. It's hard to consider it as a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of a whole. Abstract as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying, but it looks nice, and that's enough for me. I set myself next to Vin, leaning against the wall like she does. The heavy noises of the festival are becoming louder as more and more folks enter the grounds. The domes are far from the main attractions in the main building and the stands around the courtyard, so most visitors have not found their way here yet. A somewhat bored expression settles on Vin's face, making her look detached from everything that's going around her. She is being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. Possibly. So, what did the art people say about your mural? That question wakes Vin from her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face towards me. I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they liked it. What about you? Are you happy with the mural? Because I kind of participated. It'd be terrible if you weren't happy. Vin tilts her head, biting her lower lip. I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just is. I guess I'm alright at being empty-headed. Can I ask something else? What does the painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when you said that doesn't portray anything. But that's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't make something out of nothing. Not even art. Vin frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds. I don't know. I'm really not good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There is nothing special to it. I said it already. I'm sorry that I'm yawning a lot. She sounds annoyed at my inquiries. I didn't know what I paint, so I decided to just paint a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural. No, wait. I just thought of a better way to put it. It portrays itself. So, its muralness is at its maximum, at least as far as I can do. So if you think about it, it has some meaning. I think that's the same as this one has. That makes no sense. Meaning, I feel the corners of my mouth turning upwards into a smile, but just a tiny bit bothered. Here's the entire thing. I have never understood art in the deepest meaning of the word. I get the basics of how art is supposed to be only a means for exchanging ideas and thoughts. However, I never learned how I interpreted a piece of art, to somewhat divine what the artist's intent to say through it. I know it's not any special skill, but somehow my brain never can connect art with anything else than what I see. All I see is a mural. I can admire the technical skill. After all, even I know the differences between bad art and mediocre art and good art. But that's as far as I can go. So, don't ask me any meanings, Vin. Her reply showed baby reluctant to ask her about a... So, what are you going to do when you get on your feet? Nothing. Nothing? But that's the festival. Don't you want to go have some fun? I'm fine like this. You don't like socializing much, do you? I think I'm arguing more for her than for myself at this point. Not that I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either. Just a bit curious to see what it's like, and that's about it. Her answer is unsurprising. No, I don't. I guess. Me neither in the end. You should go if you want to. I know, but I can keep you company. I'm not used to all this yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave though if you want to be alone. I'd like it if you were here. Circle around each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere. Her saying that makes me feel oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like too. The odd warm aura of serenity that she seems to emanate makes it comfortable to be silent. I really like that. We watch people walk by, the two of us silent, everyone else chattering happily among themselves. Students are leading their parents to the dorms to show their rooms. They pass us as a mural, maybe glancing at it once or twice. I paid less attention to them, and more to my companion, trying to figure out my way past a cryptic, unreadable wall of a face. Men's eyes flicker restlessly from one person to another as they walk by. Is she waiting for people to stop at the mural? Maybe secretly hoping someone would comment on it? I don't think anyone would assume she was the artist. We're just sitting here like a pair of hobos after all, and she doesn't even have hands. I wonder if it's even in Rin's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. Most people walk by, some of them pointing their fingers at the mural, exchanging words that I can't make out. Someone drops a snow cone on his shoe. Too bad for him. Everyone seems to like it. I suggest it tentatively, throwing a topic in the still summer air separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I am mostly used to her occasional slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care of picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the jumble that comes out of her mouth. I wanted to make it so that you could just look at it without thinking. Then I realized that it doesn't make any sense, so it became something like a mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall, which is exactly what the obnoxious president person doesn't want. Is that word right? Is that word that? What word? That. What is the word for more than one butterfly? Butterflies? No, like a herd, or a school, or a heap. Oh, I don't know. A flock, maybe? I'm actually curious on that. Maybe people like butterfly vomit. Rin looks at the mirror, looking surprisingly unhappy. The middle could be better. Usually I like the in-betweens, but this was a pain in the butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it wasn't literally, after all. Don't be so critical of yourself. She looks at me funnily, but shuts up. About this point, I started thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is the pinnacle of social failure. A whole free day, a festival right outside my doorstep. And what do? Sit here with Rin, two bystanders with nothing to do except to think what a pity it is to just be a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up and take off for a day of fun. Rin is shuffling around restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? Yes. No. Yes. She suddenly hops onto her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. We're in adrenaline hits, buddy. I have to go find enemy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help you. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing remotely interesting has happened since I came here, except that one guy who dropped a snow cone on his foot. Let me help you since I'm bored. So what is it? Rin's lips flatten tightly against each other into an almost perfect horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. When she opens her eyelids, the fightingly stern look in her dark eyes takes me aback. Estelle, you may not want to hear this from me, or maybe you do. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Even if it did, you are not leaving me any choice. I'm having my period, and I need some help regarding that. Although I don't feel like our relationship is yet on a level where I could allow you to pull my underwear down in the girls' toilet, even if you offer to. That's why you should stay here while I go look for Emmy. Yeah, I didn't expect that when I played this game. As blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tides of my brain to try to desperately search for an answer, but the only thing I could think of is how that was the most coherent thing have heard of coming out of his mouth during these 4 days I've known her. Also, to be fair, the game started off with a heart attack. And literally breaths. Not wanting to meet Emmy's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. With the corner of my eye, I see Rin turning on her heel and walking off without further ado. I feel like I'm going to hide under some rock. I wonder how long Rin will be gone. Or if she'll return at all. After that, who knows? She does return eventually, appearing seemingly out of nowhere and sitting back to where she was, next to my place. I'm back. She says it flatly, like my blunder never happened. I'd prefer to forget the whole matter as well, so I keep quiet. But time passes in standstill. Sun gleams from high above the main building. Hits me directly in the eyes. I just squint instead of moving. It actually added a shadow. In a bit, it becomes painful to keep my eyes open just a little, and my temples start aching. My head hurts. I think this day gave me a headache. Can you believe it? Are you hungry? How is this related to the headache? You get hungry if you don't eat. It's not. I ask because I am. Her oblivious seriousness melts my irritation with its ridiculousness, and I find the corners of my mouth turning slightly upwards again. To be fair, like there's not much you could do. You know what? So am I, as this is likely the cause of your headache. I'll go get some food for us. What do you want? My treat. Doesn't matter. Now what happens? I'll never give up the fight. Returning with the food, I give one portion to Vin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Vin looks upwards, fork hanging out of the corner of her mouth. What are clouds? I always thought they were thoughts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. You thought like that when you were a kid? No, last week. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds, fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was in my mind, like my mind was the sky. The sky of your mind? Close your eyes and think of sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. I want to try it, but I can't. I try it. It works. Magic? In my eyes, I see Vin studying me with her eyes. It feels uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything. I turn away. Clouds are water. Evaporated water. You know, they say that almost all the water of the world will, at some point of its existence, be a part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweat that comes out of you, it'll be a cloud. All the water inside your body, too. Goes up there sometime after you die. Might take a while, though. Your explanation is better than any of mine. Because it's true. That must be it. I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade as the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. But the afternoons are already slowly making way for the evening, so our lunch becomes more of a dinner. Or whatever the word is for an irregular meal like this. Snack? Who knows? Despite what I decided to call it, it suddenly hits the spot. Haven't eaten a bit since forever. You mean like yesterday? My appetite filled, I let out a satisfying sigh. Ben hasn't finished eating all of hers, but she seems to be done with her food as well. She doesn't eat much. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd has thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. One day it'll be us. And why not? It's warm, the kind of perfect summer day when it's hot, but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time really has flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 hours. Yes, we have. Do you want to do something else now? No, not really. Me neither. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall. I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. Trying to feel Rin's mood of her demeanor, the tension of her muscles, the tiny expressions fleeting on her face. It's no use. She's unreadable as always. The crowd swells then fro, happily chatting with each other. Very few people pay real attention to the mural, and even less to us. I fiddle with a few odd pebbles absent-mindedly. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something. The pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon from golden yellow to orange and red as the moment of sunset draws near. I feel like my stomach is filled with lead after eating so heavily, but the brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against the drowsy feeling that is overwhelming me, but to no avail. I wake up with a start. What? A low boom reverberates through the school grounds. After images of bright sparks flash through my vision like stars. Something rises to the skies from the direction of the sports field. Tail of fire trails behind it until a burst of red and yellow flame lights in the sky high above the school with another loud boom. The sudden flash of light against the canvas of the night sky awakens me to realize that it's actually dark already. How long did we sleep? How long did I sleep? I feel groggy and I can't feel my right arm. How long did we sleep? As I attempt to flex it, I realize why. Venice is leaning heavily against my shoulder, almost falling on my lap. She's fast asleep, not even fazed by the fireworks. Mouth is slightly open and her eyes are peacefully closed. The sleeping, childlike face of the innocent. Is she thinking of clouds? I shake Rin gently with my free arm, trying to wake her up, or failing that, move her so that my other arm is liberated from its pinch. Rin's face twitches and her eyelids shut tighter, as if to resist against waking up. She gradually opens her eyes but keeps them half closed, letting the light from the fireworks sneak just past her eyelashes so that her green irises mirror the bright flashes of the explosions. Then looks up at me and frowns. Just a while longer, okay? Rin's voice, drowsy and slow, leaving her almost unintelligible mud of words hanging lazily in the air. Seems she's not entirely aware of the situation. Rin's head drops back on my shoulders as she leans against me with all her weight. That just made matters worse. She's snuggled against my side, trying to make herself comfortable, but making me feel very uncomfortable at the same time. I become intensively, almost painfully aware of Rin's warm body and the deep, peaceful movement of her chest against my arm, her breathing soon returning to the even rhythm. I can't help admiring her gift for sleeping, or the ease of mind of hers to use someone she has known for less than a week as a pillow. The rockets rise up to the sky one at a time, breaking the flowers of red, green, and gold, accompanied by the oohs and ahs of the audience. Try to push Rin's disconcerting proximity out of my mind, for what can I do about it? I just hope her short head. Well, one by one, the glittery bursts and burn and die in the blink of an eye, coloring the dark night sky into a constantly changing abstract painting. Listen to the low booms of the explosions and Rin's quiet breathing, trying to clear my own head of the post-awakening disorientation. Thankfully, just a while longer really proves to just be a while, as Rin starts from her slumber and wakes up again before the fireworks are over. I fell asleep. She finally opens her eyes completely and blinks a few times. She fell asleep back on us? Wow. You fell asleep on top of me. Twice. You didn't like it? Well, despite the inconclusive stammering, Rin sits upright, drawing herself away from me. Well, you're heavy. It's a lie. She weighs next to nothing, but I have to get a jab back at her, even if it's under the belt. My mock protest fails to draw any reaction as Rin's attention is drawn upwards, to the flashes of the fireworks. She She seems hypnotized by a colorful play of the explosions. A slight tingling sensation goes up and down in my arm as blood starts to circulate again. It's unpleasant, but it helps me to get rid of the dizzying feeling. More and more rockets rise up to the sky, the bright colors of the explosions reflecting from the clouds. Both of us stare at the fireworks fixedly through the canopy of the trees, enthralled by the show. We will get a vastly better view of the sky if we moved even a couple of yards, but neither of us bothered to even suggest it. We're staying by the mural and we're dying by it. I really do like fireworks, even though looking at them makes me feel kinda sad. I think it's like they want you to look at them so bad, so they made loud and bright, but when someone looks, they're already gone. It's like they were not even real. They are real, I can tell you that. All of this is real, you know? If you think about it, nothing really lasts for long. Even something like my life or yours, it's just a blink of an eye in the history of everything. Like one of those rockets. Poof, and we're gone. But we're here, aren't we? Yeah, this is reality. Rin sitting next to me, the loud bangs of the fireworks, the vast unlimited sky. These things are definitely real, even though they won't stay here forever. I feel warm inside. I wonder if it's because Rin is so close to me, or just the feeling of being alive. I don't really know what I should say next. It's alright. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. But, you know, fireworks are pretty. But in the end, isn't it somehow silly to spend so much money on a fraction of a second worth of pretty sparkles? Rin rips her gaze off of the still ongoing spectacle and leans backwards, looking at me with a repulsed face. Wow, I never expected you to be such a cynic. Cynic's a pretty harsh word. Other than that, I think of myself as a realist. Isn't a realist just the word for what a cynic calls himself? The final rocket goes off with a bang of silver and blue, leaving the grounds eerily silent for a moment until the crowd starts moving towards the main gate like a cattle herd. Wisps of grey smoke drift towards the dorms from the sports field. The pungent, sulphurous smell of gunpowder carries along, feels like it sticks to my hair and clothes. Ugh. Was that it? I think so. I stand up and stretch my sore back. Sleeping against a brick wall wasn't such a good idea after all. My back. Rin stands up as well and turns to face me, with the expectant gaze as her tired features. Although she seems to have trouble focusing her eyes, she's looking straight at me, something I feel has not occurred too often in the past week. So... I suddenly realized we've been almost on a date here, as if by accident, even if we did nothing. But it wasn't, so why is blood rushing to my cheeks and my speech stampering? I don't know what I should say, especially since it seems Rin is waiting for me to say something, but luckily she solves my problem for me. Good night, Hisao. She gives me one more lingering look, measuring me from head to toe, turns around on her heel and skips off, disappearing into the crowd. Okay. Good night. I am left standing there, giving my response to the cooling night air. The festival turned out to be nothing like I expected. I ended up spending all day in one spot with Rin, even though neither of us agreed on or nor suggested that we do anything. I just didn't have anything better to do, and evidently, neither did she. To be fair, you could also, walked around at least. Rin's warmth lingers for a while longer in my body, before disappearing into the falling night. Cutscene. all for this time. This is Resunk the Jug Gamer. Hope to see you next time in Disconnect. See you guys then.